Okay, guys, we're here with Elton Julian. Elton, welcome to Oversteer TV.
Thanks for having me again. It's been about a year and just a little bit since I was on last time, but last time we were on, it went well as well. So let's do it again.
Oh, yeah, it was. Well, you kind of, we talked last year. You were doing the LMPC class in the American Le Mans, and you're doing okay there and everything because you'd been away from racing for a while. You're kind of dipping your toes back in. Then you kind of like disappeared again for a little bit, and now, next thing I know, I'm seeing on Facebook you got a brand new Audi. Okay, let me get this right. R8 LMS Ultra,
Correct.
which is basically a GT3 car.
This is the latest rendition by Audi. It's an updated, basically, package from the car they've made famous the last 3 years, but basically winning everything with, which is the original LMS GT3 car that Audi made with the R8 platform. So, as part of the ambition to continue to grow my own team while I continue to drive for other teams, whether it be here or abroad. We've had the Porsche Cup cars. We ran a car in Grand Am that we put together and that ran successfully at the 24 as a Ferrari. So it was a natural progression to keep moving up. And the only place to go that I see today in GT is GT3. So we're lucky to step into GT3 at a time when I think it's at its greatest. You have every manufacturer you could wish making a car to a certain spec. So we'll do that and pursue some of the bigger, longer, more famous endurance races around the planet that right now are dominated and basically driven by GT3 cars.
The GT3 class is something it's huge. It's huge. It's growing in Europe, in the Middle East, in Asia. It still hasn't caught hold here in the States. It's obviously like anything has to do with racing has to do with money, obviously. But do you see the GT3 class ever taking hold in the States? Like either one, American Le Mans or Grand Am saying, we're going to take the GT3 cars.
Well, the good news is it's that simple. The bad news is, Lord knows why the people that are in charge and have the power to make the right decisions aren't doing what's most logical and what seems simple to us. Us being people that buy cars, that run cars, that really drive the industry, and many of us make a living from it, and see that it's the platform we need to be using. We have GTE dying in Europe, so much so that it dragged down a pretty good-looking prototype field down with it with the demise of the European Le Mans Series. So, apart from a group of 6 people that basically run sports cars in America, as far as the top brass at Grand Am and also at ALMS, it's that simple. Run the GT3 cars. Let's go race. But they have their own commitment and their own reasons. So some of us wait, and the rest of us go race elsewhere. It's a shame.
Okay. The GT3 class now, how it's big in the States. I mean, in Europe and everything. Now this Audi, you have, I mean, you were telling me off camera before your plans for the car. Some of the races I mean, this is really going to be a worldwide series, what you're going to be running, right?
It's basically, I mean, it doesn't exist as a series, but they're a series of events that are, let's say, wildly recognized. And I mean, they're everybody's, bucket list. You're talking about Dubai24 as a starter race for us as a team, as a first experience with the car. Also back in an event that we think is important and a region that's very important. So we go there. Obviously, the dream's to go to Bathhurst and then Nürburgring and Spa to finish it off. But those are all big, long races. So that's pretty much a full season right there. Plus, another classic dates with 60-plus cars in the field and factory entries. I mean, you had everybody that you'd have at Le Mans this weekend at Spa. Audi put a field together of pure Le Mans winners from their top class. So you can see where everybody's efforts are at. That's what we want to do.
Well, obviously, to run a series, to run Dubai, to bring a whole team over to Dubai and race 24-hour race, to go to Bathurst in Australia, to go back to Europe and everything. It's not just you and a couple of buddies, and you're not giving. It's not like an SCCA regional where you're giving them a 6-pack of beer at the end.
Not quite.
I'm sure you have sponsors and backers. How's that coming along?
It's coming along nicely. I mean, first of all, I have to be grateful to some of the promoters of some of these events, and It doesn't help my local frustrations with some of the people in charge locally with what we're doing here in our own backyard, that I can receive an incredible deal for an entry fee and cargo and basically an invitation to come and race halfway around the world for less than it would cost me to hook up a trailer and go race 3 hours down the road in an ALMS race. So, there are other places that are thriving. It doesn't mean we're taking work away from here. We're having to buy a package that we can race globally, as others are more willing to self-promote and, give us incentive to go. So basically, it's going to be a pretty good deal to go to Dubai and to pack up and go to Bathurst and come home. That's one. We come home, we do some testing, we regroup, and we go back for a second leg to Europe to run the next two big ones. That's another 3-month trip. Right. There's your racing season.
Well, there's one thing. I was talking with some other people earlier about, what you're talking about, the GTE class that's dying, and it brought down pretty much the European Le Mans series. The GT1 class, it looks like that's stick a fork in it also and everything. A lot of people are saying, well, that's because they're poorly managed, But how much also, I watch the news. I mean, Europe is economically has a lot of problems right now, as I'm sure you've been over there quite a few times and everything. Here in the States, I don't have to tell you, it's kind of tough also. How much do you think of it's a lot of what's going on right now is just the state of the economy, and that when things turn around, racing will turn around also?
I think that was true 3 years ago. I think that we're mismanaging, I say we as a sport, we're mismanaging an opportunity. When you see the depth of the field at Le Mans, you see the depth of the field at Sebring, you see 50-plus cars at every Blancpain GT3 weekend. You see, 11 P2 cars show up for a race that has 11 cars in it. It's people want to race. Yeah, that we went through bad times, but I always say that the irony of the bad times was people that had it and really wanted to do it still have it and still want to do it. We just made it cheaper for them. So now there's a lot of people going racing. We're mismanaging the opportunity, and we're not giving the people, there's a reason Risi's not there. There's a reason I'm not there. We all have our own story, but there's a reason we're not there. We wanted to be there.
All right, enough of the business. Let's talk racing now and the cars. The Audi, that R8. I saw the pictures and everything. You were up at PBIR. I used to work there. I still call it Moroso. I have to think.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
How's the car?
Car's fantastic. I mean, so happy that, after all the research and the anxiety of what did we pick and did we get the right thing, because it's so competitive in the class that every weekend you have a different brand winning. So, you make the call, you think, okay, we're right this weekend. Oh, we were not right the following weekend, and then we're right again the following weekend. But the reality is the experience to drive it, the service and the backing from Audi, and just the approach has been a pleasure. It's been everything we'd hope it could be, plus. Technically speaking, the engineers are incredibly happy with what they're seeing, and then some. And it's just plug and play. It's been really, really nice, and the car is just magic. What's really cool about it is it's on the same tire as the LMPC tire I raced on last year. So using the same tire, I practically have a direct comparison to what the PC car would do. And there's in some areas it's not just comparable, but sometimes it's better. Wow. It's unbelievable. Car's good.
Wow, that's well, let's face it, it's Audi. I can't even think the last time Audi messed up making a race car. It's been a while.
Well, since the last time they messed up in the States, which was when I was a kid, they've gone a long way to fixing it. So I congratulations to them, because the image and the product, it's everything they wanted it to be.
Besides the Audi coming up for next year, well, Dubai, that's in January, and Bathhurst and everything. You got any more racing on the schedule for you this year?
Yeah, I mean, we have the balance of the WEC season coming up.
With Greaves Motorsports, right?
Greaves Motorsports, a Nissan-powered Zytek that we have running there. We've had what I consider a very respectable, very solid start to the year. We are in the single most competitive prototype form of racing on the planet. Chassis, engines, teams, drivers, platinum drivers, super quick gentlemen. I mean, everything. No lack of budgets. And we've had, on average, like 18, 19 cars per race. So to be standing fourth in the championship, to have made the break in the point standings and really being in the group that can challenge for the top 3 positions based on the remainder of races left and the gap in points to 5th and beyond, well, I think we're very proud of what we've done, and we look forward to the rest of the season. It's going to be good.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah.
I know Greaves also ran the European Le Mans series, but that's defunct now. But you're probably, obviously, you guys are going to be running Petit because you have a WEC race like the following week, right, over in China, I think it is.
Yeah, we bookend that race with Japan, with Fuji, and Shanghai. So
yeah, there's no way you can run pretty much.
trust me, we've all tried to look at it. I mean, if one of those were to drop out, but I don't see why. I think the year just finishes out the way it is, and I'm going to miss being at Petit Le Mans.
Well, we're going to miss you out there, too. I was going to be heading out there also. So, all right, Elton, good luck. We're going to be following you. We're going to talk to you more because you're a local team. You're up the road from me anyway. So
Perfect. No, we're here. I mean, when we're not here, we're either leaving or coming home. So we're always around.
Yeah, right. I mean, literally, I used to make the commute to Palm Beach, and you're in Jupiter. I mean, that's nothing.
Cool.
All right. Well, good luck, Elton Julian. Dragon Speed Racing.
Excellent.
Right. Okay. Well, wait. One more thing. Your Twitter account. What's that? Let the people
Oh,
know.
it's LT Tone. LT Tone Julian is the Twitter account. You'll find it.
Okay.
And if you find the wrong one, you'll know it's not me. So
yeah,
no.
just search Elton Julian and also Facebook.
Yeah.
He posts a lot of pictures up there. He keeps you in the loop, so follow him on both the stuff. All right. All right,
Thanks.
Elton. Thanks a lot
Thanks.
from Oversteer TV.
Bye-bye.